The way that I am naturally wired to persuade and to communicate with others is through the written word. I've just always seemed to have a knack for writing. So it should have really come as no surprise that when I started leveraging or started focusing on the marketing tactics that leverage my writing skills, that's when my business really took off. But it wasn't just focusing on things like blogging and writing articles and email autoresponders and things like that that made a difference. It was also the things that I stopped doing. So I've probably wasted weeks, maybe months of my life screwing around with web design. I know HTML, I am very comfortable with WordPress, I can do image editing and things like that, but I don't particularly enjoy doing that stuff, and if I'm honest with myself, I'm really not that good at it. So now, when that sort of work comes up, I outsource that stuff to others. Number one, the end product usually ends up being a lot better, and number two, that frees me up to focus more time on writing. Another example is when it comes to AdWords campaigns. There's a lot of data analysis involved. And again, I can crunch the numbers, I know my way around a pivot table, but it's not what I really enjoy doing. So what I've done is I found a woman in Denver who spends 80% of her day in Excel, loves crunching numbers, so she focuses mostly on that while I focus on like the high-level strategy, coming up with ad copy concepts, coming up with the messaging for landing pages. Years ago, I heard an entrepreneur say that in your business, there are the $10 an hour, there's the $10 an hour work, the $100 an hour work, and the $1,000 an hour work. And your income is proportional to how much time you spend on each. I think that's true, but what I also think is true is that my $100 or $1,000 an hour work is somebody else's $10 an hour work, and vice versa. So for me, it makes a lot of sense to focus on the marketing methods that leverage writing. But that may not make sense for Karen. For Karen, probably makes more sense to focus on things that leverage her ability to, or her talents for networking and connecting with people. And he's not here today, but Mason, he belongs up on the stage, right? Put him in a live selling situation, put him in front of a video camera where he could create videos and get his message out there to the masses. That's his $100 or probably more likely $1,000 an hour work. There are no shortage of marketing methods out there that you can use to promote your business, and there are no shortage of marketing gurus out there telling you which ones they think you should be focusing on. I can and I have made the case for certain marketing methods above others, but what I think is more important is that you focus on the methods that allow you to leverage your unique capabilities, the ways that you are naturally wired to persuade and communicate with others. The other stuff you can outsource. I think what you'll find is when you focus on the things that you're naturally wired to do, and when you do the things that you enjoy doing and that you're better at than most people, that's where you find your $1,000 an hour work. And when you focus on those, your marketing and sales efforts are going to be so much more effective, and ultimately you're going to make a lot more money that way.